All right, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, welcome back to This Week in Base Hit, where I am your host, the ZUBA to the Z, Zubaz, and I am joined, as always, by my friend and co-host, Citizen Clone. Clone, how's your week?
It's all right. I just made the comment on Discord that it's nice. I old man, whatever. It's nice to get these routines in place in my life that I can count on and
Mm,
with the contests I can now count on Friday morning. My team's going straight into the fucking gutter.
just
Uh and
feel like
I gotta figure it out. But like clockwork.
so you're saying like you like routines in your life, and the grave disappointment of Fridays is one of those routines?
I just know that I've gotten used to it for weeks. I mean, I guess I think I'm getting better at getting to Friday morning, but
Yeah.
I got to check back. But I found my limit, and yeah, it just keeps like this is the week. No, uh, this is the week though. This is the week that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to dig in. I'm going to pick like the three of you that have been killing it, and I'm going to figure out because I started thinking about it last night that it's like one of those games with I can't remember like the party games of like clap your hands and and everybody has to figure out what the pattern is. And I think that
I don't even know what you're talking
I
about.
think there's a group of you guys that have figured some stuff out that I just haven't found the pattern yet, and I got to figure it
Clearly, I didn't get invited to as many parties as you because I don't even know what game you're talking about.
I don't know either. I might be making shit up.
Uh,
Maybe somebody will comment and act like I'm not crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
What do you got back there?
yeah. So I teased this several weeks ago. That when I was talking about ways teams are figuring out how to make a lot more money, and
Uh,
minor league teams, one of the ways that they've decided to do it is like alternate logos and things like that have been popular. But a thing that's been springing up across the country is alternate team names entirely. And so for a couple games a year, a team will totally become a different team for a couple of games. And some of the minor league teams do it very altruistically. They'll name the team after a charity or something like that. Other ones do it specifically to get a logo that's like right on the edge, so they can sell a lot of merch,
yeah.
obviously. And still other ones do it to honor the city that they live in. And so they do it for a variety of reasons, to pack the stands, to sell merch, to help charity, whatever it is. And I found it to be fascinating because I just thought it was a cool thing. And then so when I was going to bring it up, all of a sudden, John Oliver, who has an HBO show, for those of you that don't know, he decided that he was going to get in on this and ask for a minor league team to allow him to rename them. And so now this was more of a semi-permanent rename. I don't think it's a permanent rename, but he renamed the um, Erie Sea Wolves to the Erie Sea Wolves to the Erie Moon Mammoths.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. Yep.
Yeah, and so and the story behind it's actually not that great. There was a guy, I think his name was like Edwin Moon, that found mammoth bones in Erie. But Moon Mammoths is a name that's never, and they could do a
They
lot with
had
the
the
merch.
mascot. They brought out the mascot.
The
Yeah.
mascot's amazing. Yeah, and they also remember the old A's logo with the elephant on top of the baseball. Well, they brought a moon with a
Yeah.
mammoth on top of it, and that's just a
Yeah. Yeah.
genius logo, right?
Yep.
So so I thought it was pretty good. So I thought I would just knock out a couple of the my favorites for you, finishing with my hometown. But the Hartford Yard Dogs every year uh, have a team called the Hartford Bouncing Pickles. And because there's still a law on the books in Connecticut that you can't sell a pickle that doesn't bounce. I don't know. That's something that happened a long time
Okay.
ago that they felt they needed to make a law about. So close to me, in San Antonio, the San Antonio Missions. Right now, they are the San Antonio Flying uh, Conclas. So it's Spanish name for a flip flop. And the idea behind it is apparently Hispanic grandmothers, when they get mad at you, they throw their flip flop at you. And so like the logo is like of this Latina grandma like throwing a flip flop, and they have all these like flying flip flops. They give away flip flops, and you can throw them on the field at the end of the game. Like they just have a great thing with it. Um,
Uh, that's pretty cool. Although the missions is not a bad name.
yeah, the San Antonio Missions, right? Yeah, yeah, and it's like they do all the Remember the Alamo stuff. The Somerset Patriots, Somerset, New Jersey, became the Jersey Diners. And the only reason I mentioned this one, the name doesn't sound good, but they went for the merch side of things. And apparently, there's a lot of roadside diners in New Jersey. And so they went crazy with the merch. They have bacon and eggs that are in the shape of New Jersey. They have like this coffee thing with the Somerset Patriot logo on it. They have like 50 different logos, and so they sell merch like crazy. They're probably the best at the merch side of it.
You know who grew up in Somerset County?
Who?
Me.
Oh,
That's where I was till I was 12, man.
that's awesome. Okay, I didn't realize it was in Somerset, so I should get you some Somerset Diner merch.
There you go.
Um, the Eugene Emeralds. This might be the one of them that they honor the city's worst moment, which is funny. The Eugene, Oregon. They Eugene Emeralds. They renamed themselves the Eugene Exploding Whales because at some point in the 70s they had a beach whale and somebody talked them into the best idea being to fill it with 120 pounds of TNT.
Oh, Jesus.
And it just blew whale blubber all over the town. Were a terrible idea. So, anyways, and then just wanted to end it with my own Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. They changed their name to the Wisconsin Udder Tuggers for obvious reasons, celebrating Wisconsin pride of tugging udders as America's dairy land. But they have some great merch as well, including this
Oh, yeah.
this cow. So that's it.
So they,
That's
yeah.
the name of the alternate or the story of the alternate names. It's fun.
I want to make a joke in here about the Red Sox being a minor league team that makes bad merch. But you weren't talking about bad merch, but we just went through those City Connects.
What's their bad merch? Oh, oh, you're talking major league team with their City
Yes,
Connects
I
with their
just want
bright yellow weird uniforms,
some people. I guess Jelly was saying. I guess they like he likes the green, but
but not the yellow.
I can't take either one of those.
Yeah, they're crazy
The
looking.
fact that they're so far away from the team colors, but
They
who knows?
make no sense.
Everybody makes money. Who knows? Whatever.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well, there you go. There you
So
go. What do you got
contest
for
news.
us?
I was just gonna give contest news, man. The circuit is underway and started off well. We had the biggest contest that we've had.
What, like 130 people or something like that?
Yep. And hopefully we'll keep it rolling. It's fun it's fun competition. It's fun to keep up with. First time we've done a site-wide competition like this. There's money for you guys to win.
There is money.
We got some people back. We got some new pages that are out there to track it. We were
Yeah,
just
I think that's kind of an important part is like we're trying to expand the ability to see your stats against people, and so there's a lot of that coming. So just another reason to participate so you can see how you stack up and what can be measured can be improved. So you know, participating in this stuff is a great way to figure out like how to get better.
well put. And I said it I put out a post showing everything, but I mean it when I say that I consider this to be kind of a lab for the rest of the game, right? We're trying out definitely UI stuff that's gonna go to the rest of the game. There's navigation stuff we haven't done, but even gameplay stuff, like people have been asking about gameplay stuff for years, and we know we want to get at it, and we're getting data that is going to be important. And I think we're going to have some stuff coming up on that soon, where we're trying out some new things in the gameplay, and it's a good place that we can try stuff out because it's a weekly contest. So we're not putting it into this team that you've built over time that you have to worry about right off the bat. So I think there's going to be stuff coming up soon that we can try out there.
Yep.
And
What anything that you eventually see in the Dynasty game will be seen in the contest first. So it's a great place to get previews of it. And excuse me, you can already see some of the things like the last several contests. Like the pitcher EN ranges have been a lot bigger than you normally see in Dynasty, and that's a good thing to experiment with on the contest because if it ever does come to the Dynasty, you're going to need to figure it out. So you'll already have it figured out if you're playing the contest.
and this week, yeah, that one is one specifically that I think we're going to look at because what about the game that we've got pitchers that can pitch a crazy amount. At the same time, in the real world, that starting pitchers are pitching less than they have ever done.
Every year.
Get into the trade deadline. Our pitchers seem to be pitching more than they have ever done, and there's some things we could try out with that. But this week's contest specifically, I did a less subtle version of it, which was I took a hacksaw to whatever. Uh, if you get in the contest, you'll see that almost all those top pitchers are low EN guys.
Dun
Um,
dun dun.
and we'll see. I'll be curious to see how people play it. I didn't get rid of all the guys with EN, and we'll see what the cabal of you guys that are good decide to do with it. But I'm hoping that people will have to try out some different stuff with their bullpen and the way that they deal with their pitchers. We'll see. Did you look at it? Did you already strategize?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I looked at it. I haven't really got my strategy thought out yet. It's really going to come down to how well, I mean, just like every contest, you got to just figure out like how do I want to use my payroll? I know that's a very vague answer, with low EN guys, you really have to strategize out the offense even more than the pitching, right? Because you're going to have to go a lot deeper with quality into your bullpen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just put names in the bullpen. You certainly can't put scrubs in the bullpen. So you just got to give that some thought on how you're going to manage your offense more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm digging in, and I feel like people have been going starting pitcher heavy, reliever light, and then some huge offensive guys. The this time, yeah, the pitchers don't cost quite as much because of the low end, but you're probably going to need more of them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the right thing's going to be. Maybe you don't need pitchers. Maybe pitchers are a myth and just all bats all the time. Who knows?
If I can give one piece of advice to everybody that I think will fix this for everyone, it's really important that when you get into contests that you really are thoughtful on who you hire as your executive vice president of analytics because that person's obviously going to be managing 6 or 7 people that are going to be doing the analytics for your contests. And then you need, obviously clubhouse relations, you need a lot of people. But that's the important hire. So
Your merch. Uh,
merch sales of yep, yep.
I know you're scaring me that you've gotten to be an analytics guy. You've always been
I'm not an
always
analytics
play,
guy
yeah.
at all.
I'm assuming you're not because I still have to make you spreadsheets sometimes for things, but
No, I'm not analytics. I am not a. I can honestly say for every contest, I have never made a spreadsheet. I have never downloaded anything or exported anything ever.
you're
That's
like
just winging it.
King Rat. The admins can confirm that I have never downloaded. I
Yeah.
can.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes this week. And we haven't even talked about it, but trade deadline. Let's hit the trade deadline really quickly.
Okay.
What do you
Uh,
got? You got like
I mean, the buyers weren't a surprise. The sellers, how deep they went, surprised me, especially the both the Twins and the Diamondbacks, like we texted last night. Like the Twins, 10 of the 25 guys on their main roster are gone
Yeah.
including like key guys. I mean, I don't know if you consider Carlos Correa a key guy because he gets hurt a lot, but him going back to the Astros was one of the
Most
crazier
expensive. He
things.
was one of the most expensive. Well, that's what like everybody's got their like grades for teams today, and it's hard to decide because like I don't know enough about the minors and the prospects. Like just because they sold stuff off doesn't mean that they had a bad, But if you're a fan and if you like were attached to those guys, it's tough. But they might have had a good haul. Who knows?
The Padres will be the biggest test of that because what they got a lot of players, but there's only like other than Mason Miller, there wasn't like anybody that I think everyone will know. Mason Miller was probably the one big name as the closer for the A's. But they gave up 10 of their 29 biggest prospects. And I think that's an interesting one because I think that separates casual fans from like deep baseball fans because Padres fans, the casual fans, are going to be over the moon with the fact that they added all this talent. But they gutted their minors, including Leo De Vries, who's the number 3
Yeah.
overall prospect in baseball. And he was a shortstop, 5-tool athlete. And he's gone now for Mason Miller. Now, to be fair, Mason Miller is under contract for 5 seasons. So he wasn't an expiring contract. So they get him for the long haul. But it's still they crazily overpaid going all in on this season when this doesn't really feel like a wide open race. But they're also thinking, okay, Xander Bogaerts is getting old. Manny Machado is getting old. Like this might be their last big chance at a big run. I don't know. We'll see.
Padres and
They
Dodgers did
were the
it.
biggest buyers of anybody yesterday for sure.
Padres and Dodgers did it very different. We'll just say with the Dodge. I mean, and it's hard to grade because for this season, I mean, like it's exciting for the Padres, and if it pays off in the play, if they make the playoffs, if they catch Dodgers, do whatever, maybe it'll be worth it. But
It all comes down to what
don't
they
know
do in the
about if
playoffs.
it's smart over time, and Dodgers have a different strategy, which was spend all the money in the offseason because they wanted to be able to be calm at the trade deadline because of the fact that you have to overpay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I mean, it really all comes down to who makes the the World Series from the NL. If it's neither the Dodgers nor the Padres, then everybody's gonna think they both did it wrong, right? But the Padres pay for it a million times more
yeah, yeah.
because the Dodgers still have a great minor league system, and now the Padres simply do not.
Yeah, Dodgers were mostly buying prospects yesterday. We'll
Yep,
see. I
yep.
did think, I still think, I mean, I don't know. This is the first year that I've been fully into it, but and I know that there's problems with baseball's finances, but like this trade deadline is like it's better than the other leagues. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you want to say. Like it's just more exciting and it makes
It's
more
definitely more
sense
exciting.
and it's based on, who's winning and who's contending and who's not. Just when you look at like, in the NBA, like they get so and it's salary cap based, I understand, but you get so slotted where like there's only so many options that you could even possibly try to do if you wanted to. Whereas in the case of Twins and the Padres, like if you're crazy enough, you
You
can
can do
go,
anything.
you can do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's interesting.
I think the trade deadline's so much more fun in baseball. It's timed perfectly too. This is exactly when you'd want it to happen um, for the excitement factor of it. It's not ideal that it comes right after the draft for the front offices, but it is exciting in terms of the baseball year. And I
I
agree with you. Like it is nice to have big buyers and big sellers. Um, so I don't. Of all baseball's problems, the trade deadline is one of the least.
Theoretically, it's a good way to
Restock.
balance the books in terms of yeah, teams that aren't. I mean, except for I guess the Angels are the ones that don't sell, I guess is what I'm hearing. But teams that didn't move to sell guys when they should have been. But theoretically, if you're a small market team, this is when you can stock up your
Yeah, the
prospects.
Angels, there was two separate times they could have traded Ohtani and restocked, got like a Juan Soto level haul back. Like, I was texting you last night about like when the Nationals traded Soto to the Padres and they got, now you see the result of that because Mackenzie Gore, CJ Abrams, and James Wood, that's a crazy overpay for the Padres just having Soto for 2 months. They could have got that for Shohei, but they don't sell, and then they just kept him too long because that last year for 2 months they gave up what could have been a franchising changing trade.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Very. Anyway,
but
all
that's
right.
the decisions you gotta make, right?
Yep.
That's baseball.
All right, we did our
Suckers.
MLB at the end this time. Well, no,
Yep, that
we
was
did it
good.
at the beginning too. But anyway, okay.
No, this is MILB.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
All
Get in
right,
the contest.
get
Get in
in
the
the
contest.
contest.
Even if you weren't in the first week, get
Doesn't
in.
matter.
Win 1 week, you can make it. Just gotta get 1 week.
Get into the contest for three reasons. One, you could win some money. Number two, you want to have consistency because you're going to have owner stats. You're going to have stats against other people. You want to start getting numbers on the board. Three, most important, learn about the game. Oh, I'm going to add a fourth and see what we're experimenting with before everybody else. So that's four reasons to get into the contest. And then with that, if you do nothing else this week, get out and tug some udders. Till next week, we're out of here.